Does your daughter ever experience sadness, anger, or frustration over having diabetes?
Amy often would lament that she had this disease and how terrible it was. And it seemed like those times always happened when it was time for an infusion set change or some other treatment thing that she didn't want to do. So I think what parents probably should watch for is, things may be going fine, but kids sometimes will internalize those feelings and they'll only come out when, you're at a critical point. And so you really have to listen and hear what's going on inside a child.
There was a time about a year ago when some things had happened at school and she was quite sad, and there didn't really seem to be any rhyme or reason to it, and I had to call the school nurse and her teacher to try to understand what was happening. And a large part of it was that at the end of the year they were having all these parties and picnics, and parents were very generous, and they would go to the grocery store and buy trays of cupcakes with 3 inches of frosting, and Amy's blood sugar happened to be that high that day, and the nurse wouldn't let her have a cupcake, and there was nothing else appropriate for her to eat, and so she was feeling very left out and very sad. And so we did call Kristin Rice, and we spoke with her, and she referred her to a social worker here at the hospital, and we did have a couple sessions with her, and I think that kind of helped Amy get back on track. And sometimes Amy will articulate that she's not normal and that she's different, and we've had conversations about other children in her classroom that have allergies or asthma. There are children with cerebral palsy or autism, and we've talked about what their lives are really like, especially children with peanut allergies who can eat hardly anything and they have to be so careful. So we've always sought out professional help when we felt like they could better help us. And I think I would recommend that to anyone who just wasn't really sure what to do.